Hi there, Firdaus Azizi here from Wabot. So in this video, I'm going to share how to set up integration between Shopify and Wabot to send WhatsApp notification when customer place order, or when your customer make payment, or when you have delivered your product and you want to send a tracking number to your customer. So I'll be showing how to do that using Shopify and Wabot. And for the integration part, because we need a platform to integrate between Shopify and Wabot, so we will be using Waform, which is a platform provided by Wabot to our user. Okay, so first thing you need to do is in your Shopify store, uh, go to the settings, and under notification, you need to add some webhooks. So webhooks is the thing that is going to be used, the system or the technology that's going to be used to send uh, data from Shopify to Waform. And in Waform, you will be triggering the WhatsApp notification using Wabot. Okay, so here in notification, you see the webhooks section. So first you need to create a webhook, and there is a lot of webhook in provided by Shopify, and some are irrelevant in for our use case. So the one that we will be using is order payment, meaning the order has been paid. Fulfillment is if the order has been fulfilled, has been delivered. And there's other things like cancellation, everything. And let's say you want to receive an order, an WhatsApp notification when an order has been created but haven't been paid yet. So you can also trigger webhook for order creation. But for the purpose of this video, I will be showing on two webhooks, which is order fulfilled and order paid. Okay, so I already created one for order payment, and I'll be creating another one is for order fulfilled. Okay, and before we proceed to put in the URL for the webhooks, so this is Waform. It's a platform that we provide to our user uh, for to ease the integration part, because setting automation and integration is using like Zapier, Make, or Public Connect is quite hard, and there's an it could cost monthly to pay for that additional platform. So we try as best as possible to reduce the cost. So I'm logging to Waform. So it's under the automation part. So if it's the first time you register and using Waform, you need to set up the connector first. So you go to the connector and you set the Wabot connector. And as you can see, Waform can also be used if you want to integrate between Shopify and your autoresponder, or you want to pass data from Shopify to your Google Sheet. Yes, let's say you want to have a centralized record for all the sales, you can use the Google spreadsheet connector, and there's a separate tutorial on how to use that. But for this one is we are only using a Wabot here. So after setting the connector, you can go to the automation part, and I've created two sample automation. And once you create a demo account in you create your Waform account, you will get these two automation already in your account, so that you can use right away. So let's say I select the shop. So now is I want to create a webhook for order fulfill. So order fulfill is this one. So I open the first step, which is the webhook received. This is meaning that Shopify send the data to this webhook in one form. So just you select this URL and you place it here, and select the latest stable API release. Okay, so just ignore these. This one some tests that I did. So now I have two. One is for order payment and one is for order fulfill. And you can actually test send this test notification to the webhook. But based on my test, the data that is being sent, the format of the data being sent using test notification and the actual notification, there's a slight difference. So to really test the automation setup, you need to try place a dummy order in your website, which I will show you how. Okay, so this one already have two webhooks. So in Waform, The first one that will be triggered is order paid. The second one is order fulfilled when the item has been delivered. So we open order paid first. So I already put this webhook here, order paid, and I'll be placing a demo or a test order. And when you first set up the automation, it won't be active yet, so it just be inactive. So but in an inactive mode, you still can send the test data to the webhook. So let's try place an order. I'm not very familiar with Shopify, to be honest, but I did some research. So for phone number, I added it to the shipping address. This is because we want to send WhatsApp notification. So you can put your phone number here, put the customer phone number, and continue shopping. So since this is just a demo, I'm using a manual payment. So the data will be sent once I have marked the order as being paid. Okay. So the data will be sent when I change the order in the system to be paid. So let's go to the system. So I'm going to mark it as being paid. So when I click mark as paid, the Shopify will send the data to the webhook. As paid, and here scroll down and you'll find a refresh button. So this, when I click the refresh button, Waform will pick up the latest data from Shopify. And this is necessary so that Waform can capture the format of the data to be used in the automation. So because there's something that's called merge tag that we will be using inside the automation flow. Okay, so this is all the data that is being sent by Shopify. So that's a lot. So the email field it should already be pre-selected as customer email, and run on contact we select multiple times, meaning that because Waform or Autonomy is a CRM system, customer relationship management system, so it will create contact based on the data being received from Shopify. They will create contact in the Waform. And if the customer places an order second, third, or fourth time, and so on, we still want this automation to be triggered. So we select it as multiple times, and this one we can ignore. Meaning if I select active contact, he can re-enter again, meaning that if he's already in the automation and he purchase again, he will re-enter again, even though his first cycle has not completed yet. But this is not very critical. If you want to set on not select, it's not no problem. So just click save. Okay, and now to really test the flow, we need to activate and submit another order. But before that, let me explain on what's going to happen in the automation part. So we already received the data from Shopify, and when we go down, Waform will create a contact based on the data from Shopify. So this one are all pre-populated based on the test that I've done before. So you can just use the template. But if you want to know how I got all these details, you actually can click on these. These are the merge tab. So you click here. So this is how I got the details. For example, let's say this is the customer first name. So you actually go here and you can find the customer first name. Okay, here. And this one you just copy and paste here. So okay, let me delete that. So all these are from that part. And down here is I added another action is update field, because when I place an order in Shopify, it doesn't include the country code. So to include the country codes automatically by Waform, I added a field for the customer which is called country, and I include the country code inside. Okay, this one. And the next step is the step where I send the WhatsApp to the customer. So we send a message, and actually this one, if I click here, action. So this is the action, send message. So you can send a message to the customer. There's also an action to send a message to a WhatsApp group. Let's say you have a group with your staff or with your support team or fulfillment team, you can send a message to the fulfillment team. Okay. Oops. So let me delete this. Okay, so this is the message that the customer contact phone. Since I already created the contact in the second step, so I can just use the contact phone. Here there's a contact details. So I'm using contact phone. Here I'm using the merge tag, customer first name. So if you want to put order number, if you want to also put order item, you can also put it. You can take from the merge tag. There's an order item something. If you want to put it, you can put it here. But the issue is that if we have a lot of items and customer check out with like 3, 4, 5 items, then it will be a problem to capture all the items. So that's why I just leave it empty here, just order number. And I also selected the total price. And since Shopify provide status URL, so I already included status URL here. And you can send a text message to yourself after you have created a message. Let's say you just want to check how the message will appear on your phone, you can send a text message to yourself. Okay, and just save. And if you want to send like another message to your team, for example, your admin team, you can just add more here, just send message. Let's say your team number is this number. So you can send a message. Because you have received a new order. So just you can draft the message lah and send. And there's a question where if you want to send follow-up message. So the customer already paid and already received a notification, and you want to send a follow-up, let's say after 3 days. You can just select here, and there's a delay. So you can select to send a follow-up after, for example, 3 days. And if you want to send the delay at a specific time, maybe at 10:30 a.m. We can also do that, and you can even select contact time zone. Okay, for example, delay, and then I send another message. So this one is contact phone. So you see here also you can send an image together with the text or just text only. So this is a follow-up message after 3 days. You can save, and let's say you want to send another follow-up after 14 days. Yes. So you can also do that after 14 days. Send another follow-up at, let's say, this time I want to send in the evening, maybe 2:30 p.m. And you send another message. See, so it's very easy using this Waform thing. Okay, so okay, so that is how you set up the automation in Waform. It's very simple and very straightforward. So now we want to test this automation thing, the one that we have already set up. So we activate this, and we need to try place a new order. Okay, so let's try place a new order. Okay, and before testing, make sure you have activated this automation. And you can see when you activate the automation, it will also show as active here. And these counters are showing how many contacts have gone through that automation part. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so now the data has not been sent yet because we need to change in the order section. So data will only be sent when the order has been marked as paid. So let's mark as paid. Okay, so the webhook should have been triggered, but sometimes there's a slight delay for the data being sent to Waform, maybe around 1 or 2 minutes. So we can try refresh. See, the data has not been. If the data has been received, the counter will change to 1. Okay, so as you can see, the number here is already showing 1. And if I click here, it will show that this contact has entered this automation flow. And then see, this contact is here. Okay, so let's refresh. So as you can see here, the active one is this contact is entered. So this was the detail I used. And if I click on, oh, sorry, that was too fast. Let me show again. So if I click on here, the view journey thing, this will show how the prospect has entered, the customer has entered this automation. So I have received, create contact, and the customer should have received this first message. Second message been sent now is the customer is in the delay part, waiting for 3 days. And this is the contact that has been created in Waform system. So if you go to contact or you create that contact, this is the details, and you can see here. Okay, so that one is for order paid, and we have the automation for order fulfilled here. So this one is also the same. It's already uh, pre-configured, pre-populated, all the merge tag, everything. And this is assuming that I'm using NinjaVan. But if it's not using Ninjavan, it's more or less the same also, no problem. So the data will be sent to the webhook, and then the contact will be created if the contact is not yet created. But if it's using the same, if the contact is using the same email, it will just be updated like normal autoresponder or normal CRM. So don't worry. So this is the same update with the country code, and this is the step where the message is where the tracking number is being sent to the customer. So there may be some troubleshooting needed along the way, but if you need any help, just let us know, and you can contact support, and we will be happy to help resolve the automation part for you. Okay, so I think that's all for this tutorial. If you have if you need any help, please let us know, and good luck in setting up your automation. And thank you for choosing Wabot. Okay, bye.